Hi Charlie, welcome to my 39th video polling experiment day where I break down and analyze the LinkedIn poll that I posted last week and that closed this morning. Now, as you know, I really do try to stay on top of trends so that I am asking the most relevant poll questions possible. And last week, around this time, I saw an article or a blurb in one of my newsletters that was talking about Starbucks' plans to change certain things about its business operations, to streamline operations, to make things more efficient, to make Starbucks a desirable place to get overpriced coffee once again. So I decided to ask my voters, what do you think of Starbucks? There were 4 answer choices: love it, it's okay, meh, and hate it. I've used this selection of 4 answers every time that I want to assess my audience's opinion of a certain topic or person. Anyway, when I checked the poll results yesterday as I was preparing my script, this poll had received 117 votes. As of this morning, when the poll closed, it had received 121 votes. So this was certainly a very popular poll question. My average is about 80 to 85 votes per poll, so 117 or 121 votes is significantly more than my average, which is always a fantastic thing to experience. Anyway, here's how the distribution ended up. 23% of my voters said they loved Starbucks. 44% of them said Starbucks was just okay. 26% of them said their opinion of Starbucks was meh. And 8% said that they hated Starbucks. So all in all, I'm not particularly surprised by this distribution. It's the rare person that absolutely despises Starbucks, even if it is quite pricey and you can make far cheaper coffee at home. You just don't go to Starbucks in the morning. You just brew a pot of coffee at home, put it in your thermos, and take it to work with you instead of stopping at Starbucks and spending probably $8 at this point on a cup of overly sugary coffee. A lot of people thought that Starbucks was either okay or meh, or they loved it as kind of a little indulgence every week or so. So anyway, I'm glad that people shared their opinions about this, and it's always interesting to see what my voters think about certain topics. Anyway, onto the statistics about Starbucks. In 2023, Starbucks earned $36.16 billion in revenue. There are 40,199 Starbucks worldwide. 18,424 of these Starbucks are in the USA. That's 45.8% of the total. Starbucks owns $31.34 billion in assets, and it generated 60.5% of its revenue, or $21.88 billion, from beverages. Now, that's not particularly surprising since Starbucks is best known for its super fancy coffee, but I am a bit curious about where that other 39.5% of its revenue came from. Is it some business venture that I'm not particularly aware of, or am I just having a bit of a mind freeze and forgetting something quite obvious? Anyway, Starbucks' new CEO, a person named Brian Nicole, plans to reduce the limit of items allowed per order from 15 to 12. Now, what he's referring to is all of those little customizations that customers can ask for with their Starbucks, like double shot of hazelnut cream or extra almonds or something like that. So anyway, you used to be allowed to do 15 of those little customizations. I suppose now you can only do 12, which is about a 20% reduction, but still, 12 customizations is still a lot of little details for the Starbucks baristas to keep track of. Also, Starbucks plans to cut 30% of its menu by September 2025 to simplify ordering, which makes sense because if there are certain drinks that are underperforming their benchmarks, perhaps you shouldn't be spending money on training the baristas to make these rare drinks or purchasing ingredients that are not used because the drink is not popular. So anyway, Charlie, I don't think you or I will be stopping at Starbucks anytime soon just because it is so expensive, and frankly, we prefer to just make tea at home because we like tea better than coffee. But Starbucks, I think, is still a great place to kind of indulge yourself, to get like a really fancy beverage that has been specifically crafted by scientists with very high quality beans and mixed by a trained barista. You know, some people enjoy like that little bit of luxury in their lives, even if it costs them about $10 per week to experience that. So anyway, Charlie, thank you for listening to my little spiel about Starbucks. And before I go, I did want to show you how the poll looks like on the LinkedIn website, just to prove that I'm not making these statistics up. So here are the results. This is how the poll looks like on the LinkedIn website. As you can see, it got 121 votes before it closed. So basically, 4 new people voted on the poll between yesterday morning and today morning. And you can kind of see the distribution here, with it's okay being the most popular answer choice and hate it being the least answer choice. But all in all, I think this was a pretty decent distribution, not too skewed to one answer or the other. And again, Charlie, thank you so much for listening to my little spiel, and stay tuned for my 40th video poll analysis tomorrow. I cannot believe that I have been doing this for almost 1.5 months, but I am going to keep at it. Anyway, Charlie, bye and have a wonderful day.